everybody, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Disco Elysium, shall we? We dug up these amazing gauntlets by ruining a kid's sandcastle. She gave us permission, by the way, and we're exploring this area here. This is the Whirling in Rags, Woman on the Balcony, Kuno's Death Area, Cindy the Skull, Joyce. We're down here at the Fisherman's Shacks. I don't know what this giant egg thing is, but anyway, we're over here. And these are twins. And there's so much to explore, it's kind of bananas. Also, Kim is involved with the body, taking it to get the autopsy done or the body processed or whatever. And so we're by ourselves. It's time to talk to this person. Who are you? You have a I was going to say, you have a basin of clothing to be washed, and she is the washerwoman. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Oh, we know about the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We
Aw.
don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We're cops. We're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. I'm a cop. I don't cause trouble. I take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wow. Back in the early days of Harry Dubois. Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally.
Oh, okay.
I meant the RCM.
Okay.
Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another.
No.
Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Yikes.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
Right. Yes, we did. Prison.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
I mean, gosh, that's like the best way you could think of prison, in a sense. I don't know. What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
The usual.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Thanks a lot, Inland Empire. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you.
Not at the
And
moment.
maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
That's so nice of you.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others.
God, I'm searching for treasure. Too, lady. I'm trying to find a place to stay.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Interesting.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
That's right. So I could stay here, and not pay Gart my money and then use my money for goods and services. It's an interesting choice that we get to make. Why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like we do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
Man, this is a really interesting choice. I would feel bad, in a way, if I started staying here just because Kim had to give up the hubcaps. But it also, I don't have any reason to stay at the Whirling in Rags. The room, I destroyed the hotel room. I left a bad impression on everyone there. Maybe with Harry Dubois' resurrection, and it's such an interesting space to be in. Existentially, I get to make the choices now for this character, regardless of the horrible past that I've had that I don't even know about. And so in reforming, reshaping, and trying to bring some goodness into Harry, I think this would actually be helpful. A new start. I can just have the room?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignaz Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
It would help me stay in touch with the proletariat. Exactly. This could be the first chapter of my Rags to Riches memoir. Wow. Now this is real Revacholian hospitality. That Gart must be half kipped or something. That doesn't sound polite. Unfortunate that incremental development hasn't elevated this neighborhood yet. I see potential here. I don't need much. This sounds just fine.
An uncomplicated man. I take it that means you're interested.
You got yourself a tenant. I am. I'd rather get to talk to this lady than Gart. I'm still going to give Gart the present of the bird to kind of make up for what I did. But yes.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
Uh-oh. I hope I don't. What's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place.
Huh.
A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Boy, I haven't heard those words connected. It's not, but this is where I'm at. I have no money. I'm collecting recycling to try to stay at a hostel. This place is pornographically poor. There's got to be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings.
Ah.
Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
Huh.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I guess so. What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Is there a way to make money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Nice. There's another topic I'd like to
She
address.
nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
God, even the churches are abandoned. In this horrifyingly depressing Martinez, but there's something in this woman's gesture, in the snowfall, in the kids playing in the street, that just speaks to the spark of the human spirit. People are trying to make it anyway. And that's where Harry Dubois has to motivate himself out of his alcoholic depths and try to protect people like this.
The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Interesting. What else is on down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then? Apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
There's got to be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End.
Thanks.
Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
She drops the bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. I'm really bothering this lady. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
I see. I don't mean to pry, but who you washing stuff for? You? There's nobody here.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
I'm gonna give her the full shebang. Lieutenant W. Freighter, Harry Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there.
It is.
So many titles. One of them double.
You got that right. I'm off. Okay, so now I can stay at her place, whatever that means. I'm zooming out, and I'm checking in here. And there's money. Oh my god. This is what she said. Money that the drunks left behind. And now, with this opportunity, you can't see into the house from this angle.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel
Oh,
off
this is the
due to
shack
the
I can
salt
stay
and
in.
wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the
The
key.
key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Thanks. I'm going in. This shack is awesome. Look at this. Look how homey this is. The floorboards creak under your step. I mean, we have this coastal shack. See, this bed is much better than the crap at the hostel. This is all cozy with this unbelievably awesome looking stove slash radiator combination. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. See, we've got heat. We don't have a bathroom, which is, you know, but that's okay. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, an almanac from '39. Yes, we can just sit here and read sci-fi. You see the waves, the sea, a church. It's awesome. I love this shack. I feel great about this. Oh, look at this. There's a jacket in here.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
No time to rest. Okay.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right call? I'm gonna go for it.
Like an artist with a brush
Yes.
or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line.
Nice.
The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Feel your clean-shaven cheeks.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Was shaving the right
The
call?
water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe.
Hey, look. I'm slow, everyone. Please forgive me, but it changed my portrait down here in the lower left. I shaved. I did. I look slightly less horrible.
You almost look like a professional.
Yeah, that's right. Kim is going to be so impressed. Look at me. I'm smooth shaven. Alright, now let me check in here. I am currently wearing this jacket, which gives a bonus to Esprit de Corps. But let's check out this new... Oh, boy. I don't need a plus to logic, though, is the thing. It's a really nice looking jacket. It's also cool. This gives 2 pluses. Why was I wearing this again? When this does... Oh, but it's... Maybe I needed Esprit de Corps. No, I already have a... Maybe I changed clothes specifically for a check or something? I don't know. I'm getting quite the collection of clothing. And I gotta tell you what, being a hermit... Not a hermit, that's not the right word, but... Being somebody who lives in this shack... I now have money. Whoa. My rhetoric went down now, and I can't have that. As a professor of rhetoric, I can't have my rhetoric go down, but I do like how that looks. I have money to spend on stuff. Right? Oh, look at this. I look ridiculous. People are going to be so impressed. Alright.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
I could stop the expression from happening. I know the origin of it, and I've shaved. but it's still really, really hard. It's an 18. The only way I get it is with a 12. I can boost my electrochemistry, though, pretty significantly, but even then, this is going to be really challenging. I gotta tell you what. I'm going to let it be for now. I'm going to see everything I've got that's electrochemistry plus. Yep, these flare-cut trousers. And these gloves. So that would give me +2. Something has already given me +1. Oh no, these gloves. Alright, well then, never mind. I can get +1 though. With these gloves. And then what I could do is... I forgot about this. I could put skill points into it, right? But I'm not like... I don't have to do that right now. I'm not... Stopping the expression is not a #1 goal at the moment, but it's a cool thing to consider. Inside, you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. I mean, I could spend the rest of my life in a place like this with that heater. It is awesome. Love it. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's somebody over here. Remember, we're still looking for the husband. Bugman. What are these doing in the fish? Who's this? Is this the lady with the kids?
Hi, officer.
It is. Lillian the net picker. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. Oh my god.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called ELYSIUM.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Okay. I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
It was.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
That's true. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
2 people. A missing cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen, I haven't heard about
2
those.
odd guys have been wandering around here. Nose in sand.
There you go.
Talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Wait, the like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men burning rhinos. You get the picture.
I got the picture, Lillian. You are 100% right. These guys must be stopped.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
This game never fails to make me laugh. I am getting it, and it is gorgeous. Where'd they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess.
I
mean,
leveled
that's
up again.
where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
A working class husband?
Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. I could use some landed gentry. But apparently they don't make those anymore.
The husband isn't for me. I'm looking for him for his wife.
Wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
I think we're good.
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you.
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right
How can I
now.
assist you then, officer?
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now, I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Fair enough.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
That's true. I did just shave. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
That's bad.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Oh no. I need to know about those human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
It is imposing, Nan.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Figures. Typical patriarchal nonsense. Mascu feminicity. Can I borrow that sword? Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that.
That appraisal cuts to the bone, Lillian. Ouch.
That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
Behold, point to the expression on your face. Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
It is. I don't... Where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Coward. I'd never leave anyone. I did.
Good for you. He, however, was lost to the waves. It's been quite a while now.
Oh. That's bad. What happened?
Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Jesus.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
I mean, look at these dialogue choices. Death is nothing. I crap on death. I mean, are you kidding me? So good. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
I see.
Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where two little kids are playing with what looks like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her.
Okay.
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Oh, I gotta explore the coast before I ask her. So I take it that's your skiff?
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days? Catch a snowflake in your palm.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am. No problem.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
Jeez.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the slushy snow melt on the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think the boat will be ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
Be seeing you. I'm not going to ask her about that yet, because I need to explore the coast. Hey. Making money. Oh, there's some cavalry boots. Yes. My shoes give composure, but you lose savoir-faire. These babies. Yeah. Now we're talking. Looking good. Alright, let's check in this. Oh, look at this. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. Can I make it there? Oh, actually, let's go to the end of the pier first. The planks creak beneath your weight. Is that a comment about my weight? The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Indeed it does. Alright, okay. So let me just click on that and see if I can get there. Oh, it looks like I can do it right there. Okay. Sometimes I like to let the auto-pathing help me out in this because the underside of the boat has been recently tarred. That's her boat. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Yes, that was me. I'm only slightly embarrassed. Alright, so let's keep looking. We got our shack. We found Lillian's kids. We got the gloves. Let's keep rolling. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirrup. Good. Nice area. Rust-eaten leathers read Mazut. Oh boy, is that more of my car? The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. That's a Noland Ving Sink, an unsuccessful model. Okay. There's a little box over here. Oh, there's a whole real in there. Yeah. Quick travel unlocked the church. Fantastic. That's super helpful. I still haven't figured out how to do quick travel, but I'm really happy that we unlocked it. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Maybe. Oh, there's somebody up here. A man and a child. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Is this the church? Oh no, this is the electrical place.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing at the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You, officer, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I was just telling my son about this building. Not many people appreciate the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
What was that about the windows before?
Oh, yes. So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago.
Wow.
So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Hold on. Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Nice. Alright, you were talking about the building? Go on.
Very important. Mikhail, say hi to the officer.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
You mean like viruses?
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
Good.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
He is, huh?
Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All three of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Look at the building.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld
That's
Electrical.
not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
Nice.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehn, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he's just produced. What happened?
Indeed. What?
Uh-huh.
The revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the
Wow.
adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Felt Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A wheel!
The kid looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. they had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Uh-huh.
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were
Yikes.
bourgeois.
I could turn to Mikhail. He means they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois. Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie is? Yeah. Tape computers, right.
Tape computers.
What did the revolutionaries do with those computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Mm-hmm.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind.
Political
You should
concept
read it.
album.
Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
I see.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Mm-hmm.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How do tape computers work?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something.
Buckle up.
Uh-oh.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredevoort, Oranje.
The Wompty Dumpty
It raised
Dum
the same
Center.
questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team. Trying to...
He did it. He said, Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
He did. He just said it without... He didn't even pause.
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Yost?
Okay, the Wompty Center? What are you talking
The
about?
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Come on. There's no place called the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center of
In
Arts.
fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredevoort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
He clears his throat.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even.
Mm-hmm.
One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Interesting.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
The RCM should get some of those.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why'd they destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind. I wanted to ask about
But of
something
course.
else.
What else?
You look like you got money. You got any money? No, I'm not going to ask him for money. Great, thanks for all the information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
I didn't say anything.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. He did do the talking. Let's go over here to this little box. And we found a bunch of money.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
I see it.
A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
It's just a whisper away.
Ah, yes. Their famous motto. A fine example of technological optimism from...
He says something, but the wind blows and you can't hear him. Turn away. Look, buddy. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. What are these? Oh my, there's a whole bunch of money hidden in there. And some Nosafed. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Oh, who are these people? Oh my gosh, there he is. These are the cryptozoologists. Look, they're down there. Can I make it? Yes, we can. Well, we can maybe get them back to the nice lady in the wheelchair. Lena? Is that her name? I can't remember. Alright, well, everyone, this is a fantastic place to stop. Next time, we'll just walk over here and talk to these cryptozoologists in the field. But now, we got our own place to stay. We got a bunch of money. We met a lady with a boat. And a father and son examining Feld Electrical's failed experiment to Revachol. The game is so fascinating. I can't even believe it. And there's still more to explore down here. I'm at this church area. I think this is Feld Electrical right here. This is where they were going to build the wheel. Interesting. Alright, everybody. I hope you have an excellent evening or day. Thank you so much for watching. I will check you in the next episode of Let's Play Disco Elysium. Take care.